I buy a new car about every 16 months or so, and I've had 4 different. I just bought it about 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. But when I've had 4 different finance people at Action Nissan. Now, to Action Nissan's credit, they do a lot of things right. They have a beautiful new facility. They do the coffee. They don't have a coffee bar, and they're not you. But they do a lot of things correctly. When I first moved here, I've only lived here 7 years, and I didn't know Lee, just for my own defense. And so I got involved. I'm a very loyal person. I got involved buying a car from them, and I'm just very loyal. And I love the salesman that I buy cars from. So I go back and I buy a car from him every time I buy a new car. So the finance people, 4 different finance people, horrible experience. And I'm very experienced in buying cars, and I'm like a guy with my cars. I'm not one of those ladies that's afraid to go to the car dealership. I know what I want when I get there. I basically tell them what I want, what I'm willing to pay. They'll either do the deal or they won't. End of the story. So I'm not one of those people that's fearful of the finance guy. They do a lot of things right at Action Nissan. That finance guy couldn't give a rat, you know what, about anybody that he's seeing. He just running them through the, blah, 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 and you know the drill. I'm sure you've all bought cars. And one experience was I was supposed to get a rebate on my Gap insurance on one of the cars, and the guy dropped the ball, never heard from him, and so I had to go and follow through. Well, it turns out that this finance guy had gotten fired, but he had papers in his drawer of all kinds of rebates and paperwork he never followed through with for the customers. So just a little aside note from dealing with another dealership that has great people, they have nice people, they do a lot of things right. They don't do that right. Because those finance people those guys don't care about the customer. All they care about is getting the deal done. They want you to sign on the dotted line, and they push you out of their office. And then when I go back there for something, they didn't recognize me. They didn't care. And we stopped the man in the hall and said hello to him. So just a little aside about how that is something that people fear, is the finance department of a dealership. And if that's a place where y'all are taking the time to make that human connection and be kind to the people, or even just make some sort of relationship, that would make a huge difference.